Are you feeling like life's problems are too much for you to handle? Is it hard for you to control your feelings when things get tough? Find out the timeless knowledge of Miyamoto Musashi and learn how to become emotionally strong like a warrior so you can handle any problem with confidence and strength. Step 1. Focus on what you can control. One of the hardest things about going through hard times is feeling completely useless when you try to control things that you can't. Miyamoto Musashi, who was good at both planning and the sword, knew that wasting energy on things we can't change was pointless. His teachings stress having a clear goal and staying focused. They also tell us that a warrior's true power comes from mastering what they can control and letting go of what they can't. It's normal to feel angry or scared when bad things happen. We often feel like we have no control over things that happen to us, like losing our jobs, relationships ending, or getting sick. But instead of letting the chaos take over, take a moment to ask yourself, what parts of this situation am I able to control? Is it my mood, how I respond, how well I prepare, or how hard I work? You feel like you have control again when you focus on things you can change. This idea is shown by Musashi's life. During his many fights, he didn't bother to think about how skilled, big, or smart his opponent was. He instead focused on being ready, being good with the sword, and being able to change his mind quickly. His success wasn't due to being able to control outside factors. It came from being self-disciplined and sure of his own skills. In the same way, we can use this knowledge in our daily lives by working on improving ourselves. For instance, if you work in a tough workplace, you may not be able to change what your boss or coworkers do, but you can change how you talk to them, how you prepare, and how you deal with stress. This way of thinking not only keeps you mentally stable, but it also helps you solve problems in a better way. Letting go of things you can't change doesn't mean giving up. It means saving your energy for things that really matter. Musashi's theory tells us to keep our minds on the task at hand and not let our feelings get in the way. Learning to tell the difference between what you can control and what you can't gives you mental strength, clarity, and the determination to get through hard times with grace and determination. Step 2. Create a code of honor. A warrior's strength isn't just based on how strong they are physically or how well they can win fights. It comes from their unwavering dedication to a personal code of honor. They use this code as a moral compass to guide their actions and choices, even when things go wrong. The famous samurai Miyamoto Musashi wrote, "The way is in training," which means that living by your beliefs is very important. Musashi thought that training wasn't just about getting better at fighting. It was also about living a controlled and moral life. Self-reflection is the first step in making your own code of honor. Think about the things that are most important to you. Some of these are honesty, loyalty, persistence, respect, modesty, courage, and so on. As soon as you know what your beliefs are, they become your base, a set of rules you will always follow. This code will give you focus and direction during hard times, allowing you to get through them without sacrificing your character. Let's say you have to make a tough choice, like whether to take a path that goes against your values in order to reach your goal. Your code of honor will help you remember to put honesty above short-term gain, making sure that your actions are in line with who you really are. Sticking to your ideals makes you emotionally strong because it gets rid of inner conflict and self-doubt. Musashi had a strict set of rules for himself that stressed discipline, independence, and devotion to his art. He stayed away from relationships, distractions, and pointless activities so he could focus on getting better at his art and living by his own rules. He was able to stay calm and collected even in life or death scenarios because he was so committed. Write down your code of honor to make it more real. Make it a real statement of who you are and what you want to become. Check it often, especially when things are hard, to make sure that what you're doing is in line with your values. If you live by a code of honor, you don't have to be rigid. You can stay true to your values and still deal with the problems of life. Being consistent builds inner strength and gives you the confidence and purpose to face problems head-on, like a warrior following Musashi's way. Step 3. Practice emotional stoicism. The ability to control your feelings is called emotional stoicism. This is a skill that you can't do without when things are hard. Think little of yourself and much of the world, Musashi wrote. This sentence sums up the Stoic way of thinking, which means seeing yourself as humble and facing problems with a cool and thoughtful attitude. Stoicism doesn't mean hiding your feelings. It means getting to know them and managing them. A fighter recognizes their emotions, like fear, anger, or sadness, but doesn't let them control what they do. To do this practice, you need to be self-aware, mindful, and dedicated to staying centered. When things go wrong, take a step back and look at how you're feeling. What makes you act the way you do? Fear or anger? What's making you react this way? You have the power to choose how to react when you know what your feelings are. One great example of emotional stoicism in action is Musashi's advice to stay calm during a fight. If you lost power on the battlefield, you would die. Emotional stoicism can be practiced in everyday life by doing things like deep breathing, meditating, and changing the way you think about things. For instance, when something goes wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How is this hardship going to make me stronger? You can build mental strength and resilience by shifting your attention from the bad to the good. Adopting stoicism also means letting go of your connection to how things turn out. Musashi thought that being flexible and going with the flow of life were very important. When you stop trying to control everything, you stop being stressed and angry over things that don't need to be. Step 4. Engage in mental training. To be emotionally strong, you have to train your mind hard, just like a warrior trains their body. Musashi wrote, "You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain, which shows how important it is to always get better." Mental training includes activities that help you concentrate better, handle stress better, and stick to your goals. Start by making it a habit to think about things every day. Take some time to think about your deeds, feelings, and thoughts. What did you do well today? What can you do better? Self-evaluation helps you stay in line with your values and goals. Visualization is another part of mental training. Warriors often picture themselves winning battles to get their minds ready to do so. In the same way, you can use imagery to practice getting through tough situations. Picture yourself keeping calm when things are stressful or reaching your goals even though there are problems. This activity boosts confidence and lowers stress. Another important part of mental training is discipline. Set up habits that help you take care of yourself, grow, and learn. Set aside time every day to do things like reading, writing in a notebook, or practicing mindfulness. These habits build a strong mind that helps you get through hard times. Musashi's life shows how important it is to train your mind. He worked on his strategies for years, learning philosophy and getting good at many arts. He was always working to improve himself, which gave him the strength and clarity to face any task. By consistently working on your mind, you build the inner power you need to deal with the challenges of life. Step 5. Find strength in purpose. Even when the odds are against them, a fighter will keep going because they have a reason to. Mastering the way of the sword wasn't just a goal for Musashi. It was a way for him to find purpose and meaning in his life. You get the drive and strength to get through hard times when you have a clear sense of purpose. As you go through hard times, having a purpose can help you remember that your efforts are not in vain. Your goal is a source of hope and strength, whether it has to do with your family, your job, or your own growth. Looking inside yourself is the first step to finding your mission. Ask yourself, what's most important to me? What change do I want to make in the world? After you figure out your reason, make sure your actions are in line with it. For instance, if your goal is to motivate others, think about how you can share your story and make other people feel better. Musashi's goal was clear from the way he never stopped seeking excellence and knowledge. Every fight, practice session, and loss he had was seen as a step toward his goal. In the same way, your purpose can help you see problems as chances to grow instead of as problems that need to be solved. Purpose also gives you a sense of security when things aren't going as planned. Reconnecting with your why can help you feel grounded and give you a sense of direction when life feels too much. Step 6. Learn to adapt and improvise. One of a warrior's best qualities is being able to change and adapt. Musashi wrote, "You must be able to adapt to any situation at any time," to stress how important it was to be flexible. When things are hard, being set in your ways can make you angry and hopeless. Instead, see change as a normal part of life and think of creative ways to deal with problems. Being adaptable means that you can find new ways to reach your goals when the first plan doesn't work. For example, if you lose your job or have some other unplanned bad luck, think about the chances that this change will give you. What skills can you get better at? What are some new ways you can go? You can turn problems into stepping stones by keeping an open mind and being creative. Musashi's methods for dueling were based on being able to change. He studied his opponents, changed how he was going to fight, and made the most of the situation. In the same way, being flexible in life helps you handle problems with grace and drive. Step 7. Draw energy from physical movement. Mind and body are closely linked, and a strong body can help a mind that is strong. The famous fighter Miyamoto Musashi knew this to be true. His physical training wasn't just about getting good at the sword. It was also about getting his mental and physical power to work together in a healthy way. Moving your body is a great way to get energy and stay mentally strong like a warrior when things get tough. At times when life seems too much, moving around is a great way to relieve stress and clear your thoughts. Doing things like martial arts, running, yoga, or even just a fast walk can help you turn bad feelings like anger, frustration, or sadness into useful energy. Researchers have found that exercise makes your body release endorphins, which are natural stress relievers that make you feel better and think more clearly. It's possible that Musashi's training required a mix of stamina, speed, and accuracy. Not only was he practicing his physical skills to get ready for war, but it was also a way for him to stay grounded, keep his mind sharp, and keep his emotions in check. Moving your body wasn't different from mental discipline for Musashi. It was an important part of both. Adding moving to your daily routine doesn't have to take a lot of work or require special training. Start with easy routines or things you enjoy, like light exercises or stretching. The key is to be consistent. For instance, doing something every day for 30 minutes can make you much more emotionally strong over time. Moving around also teaches important lessons about how to keep going even when things get tough. When you work out even when it hurts, you train your mind to handle and get through tough situations. This mental toughness helps you stay calm and determined when things go wrong in other parts of your life as well. Movement can also help you connect with the present moment, which is another benefit. You simply stop worrying about the past or the future when you pay attention to the rhythm of your breathing or the way your body moves. Being aware can help you feel calm and in balance. Musashi's heritage shows us that being emotionally strong and physically fit go hand in hand. Moving your body gives you energy, and it also gives you the mental toughness you need to face life's hardest fights with the spirit of a true warrior.